4, 3. The 26th Annual Senior Inforum. Learn more right after this.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome to Community Watch. Greg.
Doc.
How you doing?
Just fine. Got a lot of information for you today.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm saying senior. You know, we both getting older, you know, so I'm just saying, looking out for you. Got some.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah, we were just actually talking about things I wasn't remembering, so I guess
Yes.
that kind of all fits.
Yes, the senior uniform.
Yeah. We've apparently done shows on this before. I remember one, but there were others. I mean,
Yes.
we've been on the air for a while.
Yes. Well, the reason I remember them is because actually I did have to take care of my mother before she passed, and so there is a lot behind the scenes that goes on when you're taking care of a parent or any caregiver. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know, and so it just resonated with me because every time I even hear about the topic, I can relate to a lot of that. What you actually deal with. So.
Right. Well, I remember the show. I do remember that we did. It was amazing to me how long this has existed.
Yes.
This is the 26th one coming up, and that's amazing to me.
It is really, though, when you think about 26 years. Yes.
Well, we will talk about the 26th annual Senior Inforum on today's show, and we have a couple of great guests. Sam Burrell's here and Regina Wright, and we'll be back with them right after this, so please stay with us.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We're very happy to have with us today Sam Burrell and Regina Wright. Welcome.
Good to be here.
Good to be here.
Now, y'all are representing different entities, but you're both connected to the Senior Inforum. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, that's good. It's good that I'm keeping up with
Yeah,
these things. It's
you're
good.
on it so far.
United Healthcare, and Regina, you are the executive director for Riverwood.
Riverwood Retirement.
So what is the Senior Inforum?
Okay, it's the Senior Promotions Council that is put together of different people that works with different seniors in different activities in different companies. And we get together and we plan the Senior Inforum. This is our 26th. We have exhibitors. We have, how many exhibitors do you think we have, Sam?
Geez, last year we had at least 50, at least a very minimum 50, and it's kind of hard to tell each year, one year from the next, because this year it might be 50, then there might be new trends with seniors, and some of those exhibitors come in and they bring in something new to offer seniors. And I think last year we had some people that were bringing some free cell phones for seniors. So that was kind of different from the years past. But Regina's saying too, what it does, though, it brings a lot of different people together, all for the services of seniors, and that's a good thing. And Greg, here we go. I remember last year when we did this, I remember you talking and asking some specific questions about your mother, it was. And when you brought that up again, I remember that conversation, and we had some things that could have been offered at the time, or should have been offered at the time, but now I think we got it together. So.
But 50 exhibitors, that's a huge amount.
Well, we have at least 500 seniors.
That's massive.
We're in the forum. It is. It's and everybody comes together at one time, and we just have a real fun time.
Huh.
Now, the thing that is so distinct about this that makes it stand out to me, I can remember all the years we've done it, is that y'all have sort of a zany, fun theme every year. And I just thought that was cool because usually you talk about an informational, you have vendors, people may not want to attend, but y'all make it sound like it's so much fun that seniors that want to attend just because it's fun in and of itself.
It is fun. This year's theme is Hee Haw. So any of the seniors that want to dress up, and we all remember Hee Haw. So
I'm too young.
Well, Hee Haw was before we had cable, so everybody
That's
watched
right.
Hee Haw. Yes.
That's true. That's
Whether
right.
you wanted to or not.
But we always have a theme. We have cloggers come in, we have dancers come in, but this year we're going to do skits from Hee Haw.
Okay.
But it is a lot of information. Vendors give out information. Anything you need to know about seniors, you'll learn.
Yeah, we have one person that's going to write several skits. Everybody can remember, if you can remember Hee Haw, to which I can't, but that's another subject. But everybody can remember some of the skits with junior samples and some of those. We won't have junior samples on them, but we'll have something that will be entertaining. Now, you said, you made a good point. 'Cause every year we do have a theme. Hee Haw is the theme this year, but we had the bathing suit exhibit there.
I don't remember the bathing suit exhibit.
And it turned out to be a pretty attractive. A lot of people look forward. We had a beauty contest, so every year it's going to be something just a little different.
No, wait, bathing suit?
Yeah, we had a bathing suit contest, and there were, from what I was told, some people. The lady that won it that year was from Renaissance, was she not?
Renaissance Marquis.
She was from Renaissance, where she's the director. And
I'm at Riverwood.
Riverwood, I'm sorry.
But the lady that won was at Renaissance.
But it was a good theme, and everybody enjoyed it. And some of the ladies were really into. I want to have the best bathing. I want to have the best bathing suit out there, and it was really motivational.
My ladies was really hurt because they didn't win.
That's what it was. I remember that. Yeah. That's right, sure.
Well, I'm kind of sorry I missed that, but this year sounds great too.
Yeah, this year we're supposed to. Am I correct in saying this? I think we're supposed to wear blue jeans and dress in the Hee Haw apparel.
With our straw hats.
With our straw hats on.
Coveralls.
Coveralls and everything. So I got to go out and get some somewhere. But it'll be fun.
Now, being a good old country boy myself, I got a pair of coveralls. And you don't have a pair, Doc?
I used to. I haven't worn them in a few years, so I don't know.
Then come to the Senior Inforum and wear your coveralls.
I'm thinking the legs might
Be a little short.
But that could add to the effect, you know. Well, all fun aside, obviously there's a serious intent behind the event.
Yeah.
It's the resources that we provide. Each vendor, for instance, I'm from Riverwood, and I'll give out information about our personal care home, senior living facilities. He'll do the information. Go ahead with yours.
Yeah, we have Care Improvement Plus and United Healthcare. We have. I don't mean to make this a commercial about them, but just this is as an example. We have zero premium insurance plans that people can sign up for. They can give them dental coverage, vision coverage, hearing coverage that they wouldn't ordinarily get from Medicare and or Medicaid. Medicare only pays about 80% of whatever medical costs you have, so the client, a constituent, is left with a 20% bill of whatever that bill might be. For an example, my company, we filled that bill. That patient doesn't have to worry about the 20%. But also, in addition to that, there are hospice care vendors there in case your loved one needs hospice care. And maybe the script has flipped a little bit from you last year. I'm now in a position where I'm a caretaker, and I know exactly what it is. I used to work in a position where I was a caretaker from 7 to 3 and I went home. But now I'm a caretaker 24/7, 7 days a week. We have some help, but it's a different attitude when it's yours, when you have to go out and buy the things that are necessary for your own. So we have things that caretakers might be attracted to. Some places for placement, like, for example, the retirement center that Regina is manager of, it's a great place for people to retire to. So we have all of those kind of nursing services that are available, and medical equipment. People are usually there with wheelchairs, canes. If you want to access some of that information, they'll be there as well.
You know, when you say that 20%, I know. Because with my mom and at her state, you know, that was at 20%, you know,
20%.
and people want their money weekly, monthly, whatever it was, they wanted it. And we were just fortunate that with her retirement and her disability, it was able to cover it. But that 20%, you know, if I can imagine for some people, that's a lot. And if they didn't have, you know, adequate insurance at the time or whatever, but that was the kind of information then, you know, I didn't know about, and I didn't know where to go to get that kind of information. And that's why I really do love the Senior Inforum. It's so people can go and find out what they don't know. Because a lot of times, I know for my family, you just had to learn by trial by fire, and when really that's the wrong time to be learning about something so serious as right here.
We've got a new senior directory that we're putting out, and we hope to have it ready by the Senior Inforum, and it'll have everybody in Rome that is affiliated with seniors.
Well, that's such a good idea. That's such a good idea. I know when Paul and I were dealing with her parents, her father in particular, there were so many things that we didn't anticipate, and we learned an awful lot during those years that would have been nice if we had known sooner. So really, this event certainly benefits seniors, but these are things that everyone should be more aware of, because it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You're going to be taking care of your parents, aunt and uncle, grandparents. It happens to everybody.
And it's the kind of thing that you don't, I guess, normally you don't plan ahead for, you don't think ahead for, but you really should.
You really should, and especially with the baby boomer generation coming up. Sam and I were just speaking about that.
That's right.
There's so many.
That's the biggest and fastest demographic in the country right now is the post-war babies. But what is it, 1948 and up? That includes most people at this table, I would assume, but that is that is the biggest growing population. So they're going to have services. You know, they're going to have them.
And you know what I think about, and not just if your parents or you're living with your parents, but you may have a relative who just may not have that information, and they may call on you and say, look, or mom or dad got this information, because I'm quite sure you all have experience. Sometimes, you know, people call you because they think you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you don't. But they're calling you because they thinking you know, you out there, you about, you know. So it's really something that all of us should be aware of and take advantage of, because all of us have somebody in our lives that are getting older every day. And just being able to have those resources, because as I reflect, that was the most difficult thing, was not knowing how to access the proper information to get done what we needed to do. And you know, and as I think about it now, just being able to pull up a directory and be able to call, you know, someone would have been so much better for me, I know. And so I think this is something that Rome, I don't know if we have fully embraced it, but clearly if you have 500 seniors are coming. But I don't know if it's really hit home to a lot of us that, you know, we might be in that same position, you know, any day.
Well, Regina was talking right before we came in, which I didn't know, which is the kind of information we're talking about. You can meet somebody that can tell you that, but just a simple power of attorney. I didn't realize when Regina was talking to her that there was a power of attorney for medical, there's a power of attorney for everything. So, and you can use that as a legal document. So, just to access, how do you do the power of attorney when you're getting ready to take care of somebody? That's something that I didn't know until today.
And that's a vital thing to have arranged, because you want things to be clear for your loved ones when they end up dealing with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're coming up on a break in just a few seconds here, but when we come back, I want to see if we could get a few more examples of the kinds of vendors that are likely to be there, and get some more information out about the event itself. So stay with us. We've got a lot more after this. We'll be right back.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back to Community Watch, and we've been having a conversation with Sam Burrell and Regina Wright about the Senior Inforum, which is coming up. It's the 26th one now, so the event itself is older than all of us. That's right.
That's pretty good.
We'd like to thank.
And it is coming up in May 7th, on a Wednesday at the Forum, and it's from 10 to 1. And hee-haw is the thing. So there'll be some entertainment there,
And there'll be lunch. Lunch will be served. We always have a barbecue plate, and it's served from the senior center. So.
Well, excellent. So you can get entertainment and food and a lot of good information too.
Tickets are only $4. And we do range from the people that visit this come from as far as Dade County. I think we had some people from Dade County, and we had a group from Buchanan, Harrison County. So we've got a wide variety of folks that visit, and it's a frequent. They come every year, just like clockwork. They're there.
Now something this big has got to have a fairly large group of folks working on it. I would guess. So how does that group get together? I mean, how is it? How is the group formed? And
well, it's a Senior Promotions Council, and it was we meet once a month, and anybody that works with seniors or deal with seniors is welcome to attend. How long have we had our council?
Oh wow, I can't remember the count. I guess I've been on the council for at least 6-7 years. We have nursing services that are members, representative from nursing services, representative from legal aid are there, advertisers are members of the committee. All of the retirement homes have a representative, and Regina has been one of the most faithful of the ones. She's, I don't know if she's going to be president of it sooner or later one day, but she probably
I was about 4 years ago.
Okay. All right. But she's a good candidate for presidency. But so it's comprised of anybody that can provide senior services in this area. If you want to work and volunteer on the committee, all you have to do is show up. That's it.
It is a volunteer committee, and these folks take time from their jobs to do this.
That's right.
You know, thinking, as you said, as the baby boomers, and I know a couple of gentlemen, you know, they up there, you know, they in the 80s and still going and moving around, getting about, you know, and doing well for the most part. But I guess at some point, I guess as a society, we have to really rethink seniors in our community. I mean, it's no longer, you know, you retire, you sit down, you know. Like you said, the largest demographic. You know, seniors are still part of the workforce. They're still involved. I mean, it's a large demographic. I guess at some point we really have to start having that serious discussion about the roles that seniors are playing, because it's no longer you retire and rock the grandchildren. I mean, that's just not part of it. I don't think.
We had this conversation also prior to. I learned a lot from listening to Ms. Wright over here. But you know, we only have 5 nursing homes in this area. 5. What? That's it, 5 nursing homes. Now, we have a lot of retirement homes, which is a separate entity from a nursing home. But that's sooner or later, I can easily see a certificate of need being filed with Medicare, Medicaid services for another nursing home, because I would imagine those nursing homes here are all pretty full.
They do stay pretty full. You know, now they offer rehab services
Yeah.
and then the long-term services. So they stay pretty full.
Now, and just in saying that, I don't know if it's new, but clearly it's not the whole retirement kind of community. I mean, because you can drive anywhere, you see them now. You know, retirement communities, some of them are very expensive, some of them may not be as expensive. But is that, I mean, I always remember growing up visiting a nursing home, because there was always somebody in my family in a nursing home. But the retirement community, is that just something, I ain't going to say new, but it's something that we're seeing more of now?
It's something that we're seeing much more of. At Riverwood, we've been there 25 years, but we were the first one there. There's a big difference in nursing home
Yes.
and retirement. We do not provide skilled care. We provide personal care. So there is a big difference there. And a lot of folks come there, and there's different forms of payment, as he was talking about. Personal care homes do not accept Medicare, but we do have long-term insurance and plus veterans assistance. So, you know, there's different ways that we can work with you.
Help me out with this one. I got to ask. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dad,
no
but I got to
problem.
ask you a question too. The criteria for retirement home versus nursing home, is that correct? You still have to, if you can get from the bed to the toilet or from the bed to the kitchen, that means you can go to a retirement
That's
village
right.
if you have the resources. Is that correct?
That's right.
Tell me who ascertains who goes where? Who does that? I used to do that a long time ago, but that was at another.
Well, we do have a nurse that goes out and does an assessment.
Okay.
So they go out and do the assessment, and if you're able to transfer and do for yourself, then you can come to a retirement home. If you're not able to transfer and you're not able to feed yourself and so forth, then you go to a nursing home.
And these are the kind of questions that people can ask at the Inforum and get this
Yes.
kind of information. Because I'm like you, I just learned. I never knew I always really thought the difference was the cost. Like I know the difference in the resources, but I never thought it had anything to do with the actual being able the skill service. I never thought about that.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this one. I think you know this one better, more so than I. But if you're going to a nursing home, a lot of loved ones who may be the caregivers fail to realize that person that's going into the nursing home cannot have any assets in their name.
That's
and
right.
they go back 5 years prior to that person being enrolled in the nursing home. So if you've got something in your name, is that correct? 5 years prior to?
I'm thinking it might be 7 years.
Wow. And they can come back and collect your assets. So
That's the difference in a nursing home and personal care.
Oh, you don't get that? Okay.
No, we don't do
Okay.
that.
All right. So any CDs that person has accumulated, any real estate that person has accumulated when they go into the nursing home, if it's not out of their names in a 5-year period, that nursing home is going to hold that asset
Well,
until that person dies or whatever, and then they take over
when
the
they
asset.
run out of money.
When they run out of money, they take over the asset. It's a great business.
That's probably stuff people don't even
Yeah,
think
so
to ask. You just all of a sudden, let's say somebody has a stroke, you say we need to put dad in a nursing home, and you don't realize it's not that simple, you know. And so
It's
now
not that easy. Yeah, you have to be conscious of a property, especially if that person intends to pass it down the lineage, and which most people do. You know, they want to pass it along to the ones
So
behind.
you need to start getting your affairs.
Now,
No,
see, I tell you, you can have my books anytime.
I'm just saying, get your affairs in order.
It's booked.
So the retirement, the residents of retirement home, are they mobile? Are they able to come and go?
They are. They're mobile. We actually have residents that drive their own car. They get out and go places and do things. And then, of course, we provide transportation for those that don't.
You know, I'm gonna ask one more last question about that. Then we're gonna get back on this one. But the age too. Though, I mean, some of them you can go into a retirement individual about 55, 50, 60. I mean, it's not. You don't have to be terribly old.
No. As long as you meet the criteria, and then you can move into the retirement home.
Well, now see, this little discussion here is sort of indicative of how little we know.
We know.
And how much we could learn at the Inforum.
Yeah. So I know.
And we should know this
Well, I'm
because
thinking,
we've both been
yeah.
involved with family members in those situations.
Well, I'm thinking if we don't know, I'm quite sure a lot of other people don't know.
True.
So a lot of people need to be coming to the Inforum to learn this kind of information.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the other examples of vendors that we might expect
Well,
to
both of
find
the
there?
hospitals will be there, Redmond and Floyd. There'll probably be, Harbin Clinic will be there, different doctors' offices, home healths, all the home healths will be there.
A lot
The
of home health.
hospices, insurance, senior insurance.
Medical equipment people are
Yes,
there for
durable
wheelchair
medical
accessibility.
equipment.
Disability links will probably be there.
Area
about-
Agency on Aging.
What about organizations like grandparents, like the grandparents that raising children now, grands that
that's a good
care? or
Grants that care,
whatever?
that goes through Mercy Senior Care,
Yeah.
and they'll probably also be there.
Okay.
So there's a really quite a broad range of services and companies, and again, it's amazing all the things that you don't think about. Because just mentioning the home health, I know, at least in our case, we tried for a long time to take care of Paula's father at home. And we had home health involved. We had sitters. We went through multiple stages there. So it would have been really good for us to attend the Inforum before we went into that.
Rome
So
has
actually it was
several
a-
different sitter services, personal care services.
And I'm almost willing to bet majority of the people don't know the criteria for those services. You know, who to even think about. I'm just saying, I know from growing up in my family and in my community, you know, having someone sit with your family just wasn't thought of. You know, somebody in the family was supposed to do that.
Yeah,
But now things have changed. You know, a lot of people are more, you know, you're out, you're busy, you're working, and you need some additional services. And
you have to have these now because it takes the husband and the wife both to work. Everybody has a job, and where we're used to they always live with their children or vice versa. It's just not that way anymore. Too much
Yeah, it's
responsibilities.
funny you say that too, because sitter services is a good service that is well needed. And a lot of people are using it, like Regina said, but we found out it was by word of mouth.
yeah.
You know, so I don't, I'm looking forward to seeing if there's some other services there, because these people are professional, but we found by word of mouth. I guess God was with us, we were lucky. But that's a void that, that might be here that we might need to explore a little further there.
And people are going to need help. I mean, it's caregiving is a full-time job, not just physically but
Full-time.
mentally. I mean, you need help.
Yes.
You can't expect to do it by yourself.
Okay.
Well, we're coming up on another break, and when we come back, I will run through all of the information about the event and how you can get your questions answered too. So get something to write with, and then we'll be right back after this. So stay with us.
Packers. Vikings. Packers. Vikings. Packers.
Red state, blue state, vegan,
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
downtown,
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live
our families,
united.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Welcome back to Community Watch. We've been talking with Sam Burrell and Regina Wright about the 26th Annual Senior Inforum, which is coming up on May 7th, Wednesday, May 7th. It's at the Forum. It's from 10 to 1. It's $4, only $4. Lunch is provided. And if you have questions, it's the hee-haw theme now. Hee-haw. So there'll be entertainment, there are prizes, many booths, lots of information. Call this number if you have questions. 706-234-0383. 706-234-0383. So thank y'all for being with us.
Thank you once
Thank
again.
Thank y'all for being with us, and we'll see you next time on Community Watch.